the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
Lawyer Paul Admocheri Atanasina Nsema Ede Aponoso Enye Nsem Kitwa. It is for Nsem-Pii exclusively. Ne yede Bremo. Said it lawyer Paul Admocheri Tanasi. Na Godfred Odame. Godfred Odame wajina takradi campaign platform. Chenchirenchi. Na oye campaign na Nsema Godfred Odame dituga. Na enye nsema eye nsem kitwa. Na weda edipe face ampa breaking the 8 is possible. Ana enye asem kitwa. Na ohe nsema Godfred Odame dituga na etiefo na eye wow and mind blowing. Ochirichiri senim detail nkasa. Na enu achiri no na lawyer Paul Admocheri exclusive analysis dituga Bawumia campaign. Na ohe nsema odi tuga famwa. Bawumia is a unique person. Bawumia is different. Now, my vivid example about the way Bawumia is unique and different. Actually, say yes, truly Bawumia is different. Or the compare Dr. Richard Anane, I name on the pro Kufuor Angasa and we against Nana Adodanko Ekufuor. Nanso Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia dear Kufuor. Doctor Anane Arutu Mana with a deep face ampa. Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia is going to break the AIDS by all means possible. And this is for very young baby. Now show the various campaign. Osha Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia now her enthusiasm and for the year. Now here you would I friends say John Dramani Mama Nsem-Pii. Young calling go to lawyer Paul Admocheri. Nsem to get everywhere.
First time. Nipa.
Ko obo nipa.
Messi.
Onyankopa boafo.
Boafo.
Onyankopa boafo.
A good friend who is a helper. I mean, for me, for a fair meeting, a fair constituency. We need a person who will stand shoulder to shoulder with you, who will be your helper at all times, who will be your friend, and who will help you in times of need. And that person, for me, can be none other than lawyer Bawumia. Joboy. TBC. Now, it is very important that MPP breaks the 8. And breaking the 8, is not for any selfish reason at all. In my view, it is simply for the future of this country. But your mama NDC for one that don't know. My crowd. Me can't show NDC for me so what? NDC a party one. Anyone present, anyone in contest. Now a score 9 points or 90%. Now, when you have 1 point, when you score 1 point or 10%, 10%, or be the match now 90%. They would want the whole world to believe that their 10% or 1 point is better than your 90% or 9 points. That's it. Now, since we came to power, the free SHS policy clearly involves the commitment of so much funds of state. 1D, 1F, 1 village, 1 dam, other projects. It requires only boldness, clear direction and vision. Maybe in the life of our country, we need a party which is focused, a party which has a clear vision, and this for me on about policy in order coalition. About vision in order to policy. 24-hour crime now, but you're only here. You hear a man with a vision like Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Boy, young the entire Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Let him vote into office as the next president of Ghana. Then also, We galvanize our efforts, throw our weight behind lawyer. But step of the way, I'll be with you.
That was the landed Attorney General. You know, when you grow in Commonwealth Hall, you know how to speak to audience and you know how to make a case. I think that was a fantastic delivery, very unlike his courtroom. This time he was speaking on the campaign platform and he fitted it so well. Manasseh Azure would have said he's speaking like a Kwesi team market preacher. I think that was a good job by the Attorney General. All hands are on deck now. The election is looking very, very tight. So everyone is on the campaign platform. If you look at the NDC side, I saw Marietta Brew upon show some reels on social media. She was walking in rain wearing the NDC t-shirt. Do you think that MPP are going to win this election? Raise your hand if you think so and send me a text message. Do you think that the NDC are going hey, they are stealing Kwame Nkrumah's thing. Backward, never forward, ever. Those were the days of the Convention People's Party. You remember the Convention People's Party? That was an election winning machine back in the day, led by Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. And that's what Dr. Bawumia, let me, you know, I like analyzing the photographs, you see. Look at this woman. Hey, why is she so happy? This woman is very, very, very happy. Hey, Dr. Bawumia is in the middle of the people. Oh, he's inside. They are touching him. They are, hey, Charlie. Some people are raising his hand. Okay, let's check out. This is a security man, obviously. This another security man. I know him. This one I know him. This is a security man. Hey, they don't smile. Oh, they are looking very hard. Whoa, this is how they do it these days. They don't do big rallies as they say. So they do community engagement. But why do they have 2 stages? Please call Sami Oku and ask him, why does he have 2 stages there? I think this is for question and answer. I can see some 2 chairs on this one. Is that what Dr. Bawumia does when he goes around? Does he take questions and does questions and answers? I didn't know that. Oh, okay. That's quite interesting, isn't it? All right. So, okay. Dr. Bawumia is going to the women in the market areas and he's shaking hands with them. But they look at him as if they've heard about him, but this is the first time they are seeing him. They look at him as if they were not even expecting him to be there. This is quite interesting. I'm sure Dr. Bawumia has a lot to say after this campaign. He's gone through Ghana. He's met everybody. He's understood what Ghana is about. After this election, Dr. Bawumia has a lot to say. We pray, hopefully, that if he wins, then he can give an inaugural speech and tell us what he saw around the country when he was campaigning to be president for the first time. Of course, John Dramani Mahama is campaigning to be president for the second time. When you say that, NDC people say that you are doing anti-campaign as if it's not the truth. John Dramani Mahama, my own big man, he's campaigning to be president for the second time. We all know that. Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia is campaigning to be president for the first time. I mean, I don't know why sometimes NDC people don't want us to say that, but that's the truth. John Mahama is our brother. We know he's our man. But the truth is that he's campaigning to be president for the second time. Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia is campaigning to be president for the first time. In fact, Bawumia is a lucky guy. You know, the first time he tried the MPP flag bearership, he won it. The first time, no, he won it. Professor Dubois, he won it for the first time in 1992 in those circumstances. But since then, everyone has tried it 2-3 times. John Ajekum Kufuor ran in 1992, then he won in 1996. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ran in 1998, and then he won in 2007. Alan Kyerematen ran in 2007, he didn't win. He ran in 2012, he didn't win. He ran in the one before 16 was 14, he didn't win. And then he ran again against Dr. Bawumia and lost. Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia, first time on the ballot, 22 or was it 23 last year? 2023, first time on the ballot in the history of the whole MPP. First time on the ballot, Muhammadu Bawumia was elected, show like that, 60%, bam! The guy has something. The guy has something. Now, he was the odd candidate for the MPP's history. MPP's history has always this pen too. Sorry. MPP history has always had Akans in the saddle. This is the first time they got a Mampusi guy coming in. Well, Ali Mahama tried. I think Malik Al-Hassan Yakubu tried. They are all Dagombes. You know, Dagombes are sort of closer to the NLM situation than Mampusi. So Muhammadu Bawumia was coming from outside, a complete outsider. The guy became vice president, and then everybody was excited and enamored about his work. Not just politicians, and not just his political supporters, Father Campbell, other people. Everybody has talked about Dr. Bawumia's successful achievements as vice president, as the most successful vice president in the Fourth Republic. I don't think that NDC contends that. The NDC don't contend that Dr. Bawumia is the most successful vice president. Then the guy goes for the presidential slot. In this elephant party, the MPP depicts their symbol, the size of the party, the elephant party. MPP is a juggernaut, it's a behemoth. Everybody knows that. If you don't know that, look at the election results past years and you might see it. It might show up again in 2024, but that's an election that we're here to see, so we can't talk about it. But the NDC is a behemoth of an organization. It's a juggernaut of an organism. And so it's not a simple matter to come through the elephant, come from Mamprusi and be elected as flag bearer. First time, 60%, bam! Defeated Alanche Martin, who is really at the navel of the MPP. Defeated Kennedy Japan, one of the superstars of the party. That's great. That's why I always talk about Dr. Bawumia. I said there's something about the guy. Not just that, Akufo-Addo is a very direct politician, and he doesn't keep his opinions to himself. Sometimes he doesn't hold back any punches. So Akufo-Addo is known for his views, clear views. His left is left, his right is right. He doesn't do that. So by the time Akufo-Addo got to the final third of his presidency, there were people who decided that, look, I don't like Akufo-Addo. They are there. This is MPP, that's allowed. Richard Anane is one of those people. My uncle in Kumasi, Dr. Richard Anane is Shaiso. Anane is an Akufo-Addo opponent. One day I asked people close to Akufo-Addo, Anane, why is he and the old man like that? They say, oh, it is from PFP and UNC. And I said, hey, from that long time, but the old man, he wasn't UNC. He said, yeah, but Anane them hold it against him because his uncle was powerful. He wasn't UNC. But the people hold it against him. Now, today, Akufo-Addo expressed his support for Alhaji Bawumia, 100%, 1000%. Guess who is on Akufo-Addo's campaign? Guess who is on Bawumia's campaign? Richard Anane. Dr. Richard Anane, who doesn't like Akufo-Addo for political, philosophical reasons, is tied onto Bawumia's campaign. That is the magic that Dr. Bawumia carries. Recently, I was looking at social media, and many people don't know that I have such an excellent relationship with Kweku Ansansare. You notice that I didn't talk about him. I've never spoken about him. He's one of my great pals. I go to Kropon, Latte. Went to Latte to see him those days. When he was director of legal education, he's my man, pa. So I was quite disturbed and worried about this Ansansare's attack on Godfred Odame. I kept asking people, what was the problem with Ansansare? And they said, hey, who named Ansansare on Akufo-Addo? I said, Say, oh, but you don't remember law school days? He said that we should stop supporting Akufo-Addo, we should stop supporting Osafo. Then I remembered. Ansansare had that conversation with me back in the day at Makola Law School. He called me and said, now Akufo-Addo way, now person Akufo-Addo way, then obeti me. Mufade no more Osafo no obeti me. Juma. I was looking at him. I said, yo, director, no problem. So then I remembered. Okay. Now I was looking at my phone as I usually do, always do. Joy Online. Ansansare endorsing Mahama Bawumia. I took a screenshot, sent it to a friend of mine. I said, Charlie, this Bawumia here, there's something about him that we must all learn. Ansansare is endorsing him. So he said, is that what you sent me? I said, look at the thing I sent you. He called me back, said, hey, but what happened? I said, I don't know what happened. There's something about Mahama Bawumia. There's just something about him. There's something about the guy. Ansansare doesn't like Akufo-Addo. Akufo-Addo begats Bawumia. Ansansare likes Bawumia. Richard Anane doesn't like Akufo-Addo. Akufo-Addo begats Bawumia. Richard Anane likes Bawumia. There's something about Alhaji Mahama Bawumia that we must discover. We must discover it. There's something about the guy. I mean, look at how he has brought the MPP campaign to light. Who are these young ladies who are all over the place? Oh, this is Anodon Press constituency. And then they get on they play the music on the stage. How did they sing it? I've forgotten. Something like that. But I think it's great music, and that's also animating the campaign. Good luck to Mahama Bawumia, the vice president and the presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party. Now, this is the boss man, John Dramani Mahama. Yeah, you can see the boss thing with him, Charlie. This guy is a boss, man. Former president wants to be president again, then president again, president and president and president and president. Again and again and again. John Dramani Mahama also hit the streets, and here are the photographs of the Mahama people. Oh, I like this one. Photographs from John Dramani, Akufo-Addo and Bawumia, willing our nation to their family and friends. Okay. All right. Hey, I love this, man. Criminals, she says. Criminals in the government, they should kick them out in December 7th. That's what she's saying. The exchange rate has escaped the brains of Bawumia. Okay, that's also interesting. Operation Zero Tolerance for skirt and blouse. What's that? Why are they talking about skirt and blouse? Anyway, today I read something from Johnson Asidun Ketia. He said that the NDC expects to win the elections one touch. All right, I think we are done. We are done with the photographs of Mahama. They have not. The NDC has still not sent us any photos. We got this ourselves from social media. So if they want to send us photos, let's do. Now, last